June 13th, 2011. This is Diehard Gamer Radio Show 108.
Are you sure about that?
You are approaching the target of attack. Your mission starts now. Are you ready? The countdown begins. 3, 2, 1, go!
You are listening to Diehard Gamer Radio, the source for off-mainstream video game news and topics. And now, your hosts, Murdock, Brian, John, and Steve.
Just a couple more shots.
Yes.
111.
Yes. So welcome back. Welcome to Diehard Gamer Radio Show 511.
Yes. In Octal.
Yeah. Does this take place during Babylon 5?
Yeah, whatever star date this is.
Yes.
Star date, March 22nd.
Yes. So
Part 5.
Yes, I'm Murdock, and with me is Q right across from me. He's worth 10 points.
Q is in Q ball.
What?
See, Murdock, this is why I tell you not to move your microphone.
I didn't move my mic.
You've got it backwards.
What? How can you?
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, you got it backwards.
You know
Because
what?
I was facing me earlier when I got
because
her.
you moved it.
I moved it toward me.
No, don't touch the microphone.
How did you know yourself backward?
touchy.
Well,
You bad touch.
wait, does it matter? Well, I guess it does.
One side works and one side doesn't.
Oh,
They call that
do I need to do the advent? Do I need to do the ident
this
all
is
over
going
again?
in the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you should just yell at the wall next time. That way with the reverb out the wall will hit the microphone.
a podcast. All right.
Yeah,
It
just
sounds
bounce
like
off
half
back
the other
wall
podcasts that I listen to.
All right,
It sounds like
all
somebody's,
right.
I'm over here.
No,
Yes.
I'm over here.
Eat the microphone, you sexy podcaster, you.
All right, stop kissing it.
We're doing the podcast live from inside a shipping crate.
Yes. Live from Mammoth Cave, it's Diehard Gamer Radio.
You know, we could do that shit. All right. So with me is Brian, Skinny Boy Jones. I have Steve, the real deal Walsh. And coming back for his 252nd appearance on Diehard Gamer Radio, we welcome back Roger Morse, who runs Gimme Anime, GimmeAnime.com. It is an awesome anime store. Please buy all your Chinese porn there.
Definitely.
You have Chinese porn there?
Yes. It is more efficient than the Japanese porn and cheaper.
Probably not.
Really?
No.
Well, it just kind of falls apart at some point,
I see.
and it causes more pollution.
And Mongols invade it.
And then you get lead poisoning.
Oh. So, yeah.
Oh, you got your melamine in my chocolate. You got your chocolate in my melamine. Yeah, there's two great tastes that go great together.
There's a comic.
No. Like 4 years ago, maybe.
By the way, Steve and I are working on a web comic. It's real popular. It's called Penny Arcade.
It's called SMBC Comic, and
So which one of you is Gabe and which one of you is Tycho?
Well,
I don't have any hair, so I must be Tycho.
why has you no hair?
Yeah.
So,
Why am I so bald? Etc. Etc.
yeah.
Woe is me.
So I hear there's a podcast.
Yes, there is.
Where's
After
that at?
all of the plugs have been put in.
Well, we haven't even plugged the comic yet.
That's all right.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna listen to it anyway.
Well, okay.
Or watch it.
Well, it's going to be hard
or
to
read
listen
it.
to a comic you can't hear anything on.
Oh.
Check out this great comic. It's right here.
Trust me, it's good.
It's a web comic that makes paper sounds.
I printed it out in 72 DPI glory.
Yeah.
It's all ASCII art.
It's
Yes. Yes.
almost pixel.
All right.
So how did you get those new Mega Man sprites there?
Well, you know,
Oh, boy.
we tried to be different, so we used, Castlevania sprites instead.
We used Bionic Commando instead.
So first up, monthly subscription.
Bobble.
Can you go through one podcast
Crystal
without
Castle.
mentioning Bubble Bobble?
Crystal Castle.
Yeah, what was the deal with that bear and all those jewels that he wants? I don't know. So anyway, monthly.
want my jewels back.
All right. We're going to be here until midnight. You do realize that.
Yeah, well,
Well, you're going to be here till midnight. I'm going to be long fucking gone.
So a monthly subscription.
Well, that's enough of that.
Just do it with a lisp.
Monthly subscription fee. That's the next podcast. Monthly subscription fee coming to Call of Duty. So they plan.
Well, yes and no.
Well,
if you want the Elite Edition, blah, blah, blah.
So what is Elite? It's like...
Well, Elite is like one of those things and turns into a butterfly later after it goes in the cocoon.
Cartoon.
Yeah.
In the cartoon, in the cocoon.
The cartoon cocoon.
As you see, Steve is a licensed biologist.
Yes. That's what we call it in the industry.
So,
Welcome to Industry Secrets by Steve.
So, anything you want to mention on this?
I won't be subscribing.
See how long this lasts.
Now, I know you play Call of Duty, Brian. You don't play Call of Duty, right?
I played the first one. Well, I mean, the first new one.
Big red one?
So, no, that's like one of the last old ones.
Oh, okay.
I actually played World at War on PC, and then I've got Black Ops at home on the 360. They're both pretty good games.
I played the first Modern Warfare one, which was pretty good.
Do you have anything
that was the same
for
guys,
Call
I
of
think.
Duty?
I've
not really.
played them on and off.
Well, they
but
moved from Modern Warfare to Call
I don't
of Duty
actually
later
own
on.
any discs, so
No,
that tells you how
Modern
much
Warfare
I'm
was
interested
Call
in
it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare was the subtitle, and those guys got axed, remember?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking backwards. Wasn't that Treyarch?
No, Treyarch was ones who didn't get axed. They did covert ops.
Okay.
If I remember right.
Yeah,
The Infinity Ward were the guys who got axed after they did.
that's right.
Yeah.
God, there's so many freaking companies out there now doing this.
Well, no, there's just EA.
Well, yeah, now.
So basically, long story short, you charge a monthly subscription fee and you get extra stuff that's not on the discs.
Yeah. Well.
So I'm assuming maps, weapons.
getting lots of
freaking
boobs.
Yeah.
Wait, boobs?
No, there won't be any boobs.
What Call of Duty are you playing? Call of Duty Venice Beach? What?
Hey,
This isn't going to be League of Legends, I'll tell you that.
Oh, what is? So Sony unveils PSP Remaster Series, which is basically the same. It's PSP games getting ported to the PS3 with HD visuals, 3D support, and other features.
They're pulling a Sega.
not even that. I mean, oh my God, they're. You know, it's one thing if you're putting a PSP game on, say, the PS2, but you're going to put it on the PS3. What?
Well, you got to put it somewhere where people actually buy games for.
Yeah, because they're not buying them on the PSPs.
Not in the US.
Even though they're
that's for
selling
fucking
more
sure.
PSPs than PS3s, they're still not selling the games very well.
What they failed to mention is that it's going to still be on UMD. So you're going to
You have to buy another UMD player.
you have to buy a UMD adapter for your PS.
PS3.
Oh, so that's how they're going to make their
You know,
money.
actually,
Okay.
we kid about that.
That might-
I wouldn't put that past Sony. Actually,
I'm surprised nobody's made one
Well,
of
it's
those
because
yet.
you can't get it from Sony online. So yeah.
can't get a lot of things off them, but we'll go over that later. So the DS Lite goes down to $99 as of now. So
It's officially the DS Lite.
yeah. So Steve,
What?
you want a DS Lite, right?
No.
Really?
No.
Not even for $99
Nope.
with the millions of dollars that you make at your job.
No.
Really?
No.
Not even to replace which?
No.
Don't think he's going to buy it.
Okay.
I think his next answer is probably going to be no.
All my games went with that.
Oh. So I guess you're gonna have to start with a different system, like a Virtual Boy, or how does this work?
Those games are cheap.
They need to sell a nice 10-inch Windows tablet for $99.
I see.
That's funny you say that because the Wii U's coming out next year.
How does that?
Well, it's kind of like a tablet.
It's tabletish.
Kind of like a tablet
wants
in a
to be
way
a
that
tablet.
It's nothing
really
like a tablet.
It has an LCD screen that you hold
you've
in
read
your
about it.
hand.
We're
That's
getting
about
to that.
as close
Save
as
your
it gets.
vitriol for later.
Vitriol.
So
Sounds like
Otomedius.
Pennzoil for humans.
Oh, you're a quart low.
I gotta check my dipstick for the petriol.
That will not be the Photoshop. Otomedius Excellent comes out July 19th and comes with an optional pillowcase. Wait,
What, are you gonna sleep with this game?
Is this a pillowcase that can fit on my Angel Beats body pillow?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not saying no, but I'm not saying no.
Are you seriously considering getting this for the pillow or?
No. Why would I consider getting this? I probably can't even play it.
You can get it on eBay.
It's the American release.
Oh.
Yeah,
What the hell are we getting a pillowcase release for?
Maybe they forgot we're not Japan.
Well, either that or
What, did they have a overstock in Japan?
Yeah.
They might have, or that anti-loli law, and they can't sell it in Japan.
We bought all this shit from Bed Bath & Beyond, and now
Well,
we got to export these
They were
pillowcases.
thinking of you, Murdock, because God knows when I saw the trailer for it, I'm like, oh, Murdock's going to pick that up. Okay.
Well, Murdock already picked it up about a month ago.
He's been squeezing it and hugging it. And
I didn't-
loving
I
it.
didn't-
Calling it George.
I didn't pick up the deluxe edition.
But it's never too late.
No.
You have a second chance now.
Yeah, I can pick up the American version. So next up, the PSP2 NSP, the NGP, is now called the Sony Vita.
Sorry, what'd you just say?
Well, yeah. So the Sony Vita, the new Sony portable Vita, is also a name of a pasta dish that goes great with some pesto and some.
It's also the name of a mixer.
Really?
Yeah.
Also,
Vitamix.
if you pronounce it a different way, it reminds you of King Vitamin.
King Vitamin.
King Vitamin.
That's you really stretch it out that joke there, Steve.
This is how my brain works.
Okay. So
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
the system will cost $250 with Wi-Fi or $299 with Wi-Fi 3G through AT&T.
This seems kind of backwards to me. Wouldn't you, I don't know, just me, wouldn't you expect like the 3G version to be the low end and then the Wi-Fi with 3G to be the upper end version? It seems kind of weird that they're
No, they're
making
not having
Wi-Fi
a-
the lower version.
Well, they're not making a 3G. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
but so wait a
Nobody's
minute.
going to be 4G or full on for another year or two, though.
And
Yeah, but there's no national Wi-Fi.
No, that's the normal way that you would do the pricing. That's how they do iPad pricing.
No, I'm not saying the pricing. It just seems backwards that the Wi-Fi by itself is the low end and then the Wi-Fi plus 3G is the high end. If you're really trying to get rid of 3G altogether, or
Yeah,
if your
but
low
just-
end one's not going to have 3G at all, it seems kind of backwards to me.
They probably need the money to offset like the licensing costs for maybe the 3G stuff or something like that.
Yet they'll charge you $50 more for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
oh, and it's region free as well if that really matters. And it's got a cheese grater on the back, so
Look at how slow it takes to download stuff through 3G anyways. The Wi-Fi is probably just going to be the better deal.
Well, I'm sure they're not
why even
anticipating
bother?
people downloading whole games through the 3G unless they absolutely have to.
Yeah, but as spotty as things are out here with 3G off and on, doesn't matter what network you're on, it just seems like it's going to be a waste of time to buy the bigger one. Unless you're traveling or something, maybe.
Well,
I'm sure-
and that's probably the people that are going to do it too.
Well, I'm sure that they're any competent sales guy is going to go, well, you know, it's $250 for the Wi-Fi. You pay $50 more, you're already shelling out $250. You know,
That's
pay
one less game you're going to buy anyways, right?
$50 more, you get the 3G with it too.
Oh, and then we can give you this contract for 2 years.
Yeah,
It guarantees
yeah.
if anything happens
That's
to it.
exactly how it's going to
We're
happen.
your guy.
you sure you want to give that information to Sony?
Exactly how it's going to happen.
Is Sony
Well,
going
Sony's
to
not going to be able to
this?
warranty it.
Who knows? So Origin is EA's answer to Steam
It's being run by Lord British, I assume.
from a space fortress.
Yes.
So
Yeah, in Austin.
yeah, so basically Steam gets competition from EA. I'm sure the DRM will be on par with Steam, blah, 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 blah.
I doubt it.
It'll probably be more messed up than Steam.
Yeah, I was just say
Is that
Steam's probably
even
going to be very
possible?
smooth.
Oh,
Steam's
I've
got a
never had
lot
a-
Well,
better.
this is EA we're talking about.
Yeah,
I
EA's
mean,
got a penchant for screwing up things.
if they're doing it themselves, yeah. I mean, you know, you can trust some of the small companies that work for them to do something okay, but if the big guys are in on it, oh boy.
I hated EA for what they did with the DRM for, what was it, Westwood Studios that did Command and Conquer? That shit used to drive me nuts. We had so many problems getting online with that off and on. It was never consistent.
Never had a problem with Steam.
Steam is okay. I'm just worried about EA and doing their normal.
I'm sure they'll screw it up.
Yeah, given time, it's going to take a lot of time. If they're seriously wanting to do this, they better be willing to throw a lot of money at it because Steve's got a huge jump right now.
I'm sure EA is not hurting for money.
No.
probably not.
I mean, they're releasing Madden and there's no NFL season so far.
Steam has gotten really good too. Steam just added I don't know when it was just recently that I noticed it, that they added a voice into the IM where it works even better than Ventrilo or TeamSpeak do.
Huh.
And we've been using that since it was added in the last update, and it's just super smooth. It is so clear. And it works over all the games that you play that are in Steam.
My current monastic sensibilities here, I enjoy not having to stockpile many games.
Yeah, I'm with you
Steam
there.
just lets me download it, re-download my game.
Yeah, if anything goes wrong, your computer gets wiped, you just log back into Steam.
So what are you
start
playing,
downloading your
Steve?
games again.
Nothing, but I got a bunch of games I have previously purchased on Steam, and I could just download them again.
Well, there's a copy of Yo Noid with your name on it.
Yeah, and whatever the hell that little, what the hell is that little racing game that Xbox gave for free? The Scion one.
Oh, you mean Yaris?
Yaris, yes, the Yaris game. I could download
And then they're
that
going to
as
do
well.
Yaris Revenge.
Send all complaints to Roger at gimmeanime.com.
Yeah.
Next up.
You're just mad you didn't think of it first.
No, I'm surprised Brian didn't think of it first.
I played that game. It sucked. Actually, it's kind of a hard game to play if you're not used to playing that type of game. The demo was...
Oh, you're talking about the new Yars Revenge, the 3D one?
That threw me at first. I was like, wow.
It's like Panzer Dragoon Saga, but not.
Yeah, but it's like 5 times as many options. It's ridiculous, all the stuff they added to that game.
So, Paramount and Digital Extremes announced Star Trek. It's a cooperative Star Trek adventure where players take on the roles of Kirk and Spock. So,
I saw the demo for this. It actually looked kind of interesting.
Steve, does that interest you?
I'll find some way to screw it up.
Well, he's not interested because it's not Shatner and Leonard Nimoy. It is
Well, if
the
it's
new
not,
guys.
I'm doubly not interested if that's the case. But
You mean it's from like the new
from the
movie?
It's based on
New
the
Trek.
J.J. Abrams one.
Oh,
yeah.
so-
New Trek, it's got the
I
little
think the game
umlauts and
actually
everything.
takes place after the first movie because it's supposed to be something that ties it into the second movie.
Oh. And you didn't like? Did you like
I
the
was
start?
not a big fan of the new Trek.
Too many,
Too much suck.
too many lights, too much
Suck.
too much lens flare.
All around, too much suck.
Not
New
a big
Trek-
fan of Abrams.
New Trek with the little umlauts, it's applied to Trek because the same reason that you apply new to metal. New metal, no good. New Trek, no good.
So that's a heavy metal kind of thing, apparently.
I guess. So you didn't like Trek then?
No.
I didn't.
No,
think
he
it was
didn't like
I
New
didn't think
Trek.
it was a bad movie, and Uhura was kind of hot. So
I
There's
kind of
that.
There
enjoyed it.
are
I
hot
thought it
wa-
was a better movie than it was going to be.
There are hot women in many movies that aren't good.
And I like the fact the Enterprise could actually fight in the battle scene. Actually looked interesting. It wasn't just pew 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 pew. You know, it was actual action scenes that were coming in, and
you can't
and
see
doing
that
things,
over
you know.
over the
Well, use
over
you
the
know,
airwaves here.
Use your imagination, then dumb it down by about half, and that's what the space battles look like in the prior movies.
All right.
I don't know.
So Metal Gear
kinda
Solid
appreciate it.
and Zone of Enders HD collection in 2012, but I skipped a news item, but we can always go back to it later. Any interest in Metal Gear Solid Zone of Enders, Steve?
HD.
Yeah, high definition. So you can actually see the detail of the cardboard box. I mean, you'll see the flaps, you'll see the little strands of tape.
Well, you see the
be
dent
better.
marks on it from
Yeah.
where it got screwed up in the mailroom.
It'd be better if this was Ender's Game starring Snake. A very young Snake.
All right.
Very, very, very young Snake.
And the Silent Hill HD collection coming with HD Fog and HD Pyramid Head.
And 1,000 fangirls squeeze.
I don't understand that.
I never
mean,
got
does it-
Silent Hill either. I just
Well,
bored me.
It's the same
it-
reason why guys like Yandere chicks.
Yandere?
Why does that make any sense?
Yandere.
Yep.
Um.
That doesn't make any sense either. So
Well, okay.
this chick is going to kill you. This
Okay.
guy is going to kill you. It's
right.
the exact same thing, different gender.
Okay. Well, let me ask Roger. Roger's a psychology major here. So
I
Pyramid
went
Head.
to art school.
Well, that's about as qualified as a psychology major. Anyway, Pyramid Head. Why? I mean, is it like?
The only
Do women like want to be raped by this? I don't get it.
They want to be skinned alive. Now let's move on.
Oh, okay.
They'll bring the next Hellraiser in while they're at it.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that if you went as Pyramid Head at NDK,
You were really fixated on this Pyramid Head thing.
well, no,
No. You need the thing is, in order to do Pyramid Head correctly, you've got to have the body to do it because they're not paying attention. They're not paying attention to anything below or they're only paying attention to stuff below the neck,
which you would be able to get.
And a little bit above the waist.
So next up,
Doing it wrong.
Yeah, well,
I just want to know why Murdock's so obsessed with this Pyramid Head thing.
well, I'm just trying to make sense of it. So
She is puzzling.
DRM for Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. The PC is not as draconian. So basically, originally offline play without a GFWL profile, that's games for Windows Live, would only allow 15 characters playable when you were offline. So
That's just stupid.
yeah. And the war garble that the Capcom blog got was epic because they're like, oh,
I think
so. The superior version will be the one that I pirate is basically what the consensus was.
I think they do this shit on purpose to see what the reaction's going to be, and then they suddenly change their minds. Like, oh,
Really?
okay, I think they're
I don't
just
know if they
stupid about it.
I don't know if they. I don't think they do it on purpose. I think they're just doing dumb business moves.
well, they're doing things that would make sense in someplace other than reality, like a boardroom.
The bean counters can say this is going to do this is going to save this, and then I think they go out and announce that they're going to do this, and it's more like a beta announcement. It's like, ooh, I wonder what they're going to do if we do this, because this is going to save a lot of money. And then everybody comes back and they're like, are you off your fucking rockers?
Well,
and
no,
they're like,
that's the
okay.
problem. They're not saying what is this going to do? This is
No. They're saying they're going to do it, but that's what I'm saying. Though it's almost like they do this on purpose. They release these things to get the reaction because they don't know.
I don't think they're doing it just for trolling purposes. I think they're really making a decision, and they don't realize that the decision that they're making is totally and completely fucking wrong.
Well, no, I'm not saying they're making the decision wrong. In their mind, it's right, but they go out and announce what they're going to do, and that's the only way they find out what the right thing is to do, because they obviously don't even know. They need to hear all this war garble to go on before it's like, oh, maybe that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Even though it's going to save us $2 million.
Maybe making a fighting game that only has 15 characters playable if you're not online was a bad idea. And if the authentication servers just happen to be down at that time, you're kind of fucked.
And how the hell do you play these characters that you would normally play online and get any practice with them if you have to be online to play them?
Well, not only that, but the 15 characters, that's less than what the original game came with when you bought it. So it's like, what are you doing?
That was just a really dumb decision.
So, Twisted Metal for PS3, which would interest Steve because he likes playing
Twisted
Sweet
Metal
Tooth.
in a long time.
Because I have a PS3.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I do, huh?
Yes.
Huh.
You just don't know it
somewhere
yet.
I
in
really
that closet
enjoyed
somewhere.
I really enjoyed Twisted Metal 2.
Everybody, check under your seats. You've all got a PS3.
No.
I love you, Oprah.
So, what you're doing, Popeye there?
It caused him to have a stroke, and he's just.
So, any interest in Twisted Metal, Brian? Because you're the only one that has a PS3 here, other than me.
Maybe. I don't think I'd pay full price for it because I know what it is. But I did see the demo for it. It looked like a lot of fun. And I've loved that. I loved the, what was the one that came out after Twisted Metal?
Loaded?
V8.
Oh, Vigilante 8.
Yeah. Those games were actually a lot of fun,
there was
too.
Black, too.
Yeah, Black wasn't as good. There was something weird about Black. I don't remember what it was, but there was something I didn't like about it. Yeah.
That's racist.
Who tinted my game?
So, Postal 3 is a thing now. So,
I didn't even
Been
remember
a
there was a
thing for a
Postal 2.
while.
well, yeah, but now it's like official and will probably come out around the same time as Carmageddon.
They're kind of like the Duke Nukems of FPS.
And hopefully will not have Dave Foley naked
that was
in
dumb.
it.
But yeah, it's like another Duke Nukem for all intents and purposes. Postal's just boring.
Had some really huge mosquitoes in the first one, though. Big bitmap mosquitoes.
You know what else had big mosquitoes in it? Daikatana.
Why do you have to say things like that?
We just lost half the audience. What the hell?
So now the FPS you want to see, Rod? You want to see what, like a Hexen 4 or 3 or
what? No, I wanted.
He wants a Heretic 3.
So I can crash my game again. No, I want a BioShock with a left-handed mode. How's that?
Well, it's not the game's fault. You're a mutant.
What was that other game that came out around that same time where it was like the
What, Quake?
No, the Kung Fu.
Oh, Shadow Warrior.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we need another blood move while we're at it.
I know some people who would definitely play the blood. A
Why?
New blood game. I don't know. Ask Bakada on one of these days.
The only thing good about Blood was that it had that Typo Negative song on it, but it was like, I think it was a song that was already on an album. So
that reminds me, I gotta find that PS2 game I had. Or no, it was PS1. Remember, it was the first 4-player fighter that came out, and EA bought the company and then they axed the game.
You mean Thrill Kill?
Yeah, Thrill Kill was good times. That game was hilarious.
Your definition of good times might be different than everyone else.
Come on. You had nymphs, you had the women that could bend backwards, and ambidextrous, not ambidextrous, what the hell was it?
Contortionists?
They were that double jointed chick was hilarious, man. She jumped on you backwards and beat you in the head. That game was good times.
Speaking of Sundera.
Yeah.
And this is why we hate EA.
So Kinect Star Wars, still a thing, but the control's not quite there yet. But I'm sure they're working on it.
They'll have it tweaked by the time it comes out. They will not fuck that up with a name that big.
So
especially being on Kinect.
I don't know about that because, well, you could say that about a lot of their different Star Wars games. They shouldn't have fucked it up, but guess what? They did.
I don't know. I think with the Kinect, I think it's going to be different.
The big problem with all of these, the thing that everybody wants out of these games is to have your little lightsaber battles and stuff like that. The problem is, like with every other game, there's no force feedback. And so all you're doing is waggling with two hands now. And
I want to waggle. I'm just saying.
You don't need
people
you don't
throwing
need a
their
Kinect
shoulders
for that.
out trying to play lightsaber battles. Unless there's force feedback, it's just people are always going to be
not using your
disappointed.
shoulders that much. You should be twisting your hands and the wrists. But I don't know. I still want to play it. I need to play the demo, obviously. But it looked. I've got great hope for this because I can't have anything else.
Wow, that
was on a depressing note.
I've got to believe.
I see.
I have faith in the Force.
So your midichlorian count's real high?
It will be about the time that game comes out.
Steve,
What?
calm down, please.
It's just not good.
All right.
Just don't mention the M word in front of Steve. All will be okay.
What? Monkey?
No.
Oh.
It's like the L word. He doesn't like lesbians either.
I'm missing something.
Lesbians, they just...
No, not that L
They
word. The
don't
other L word.
they don't involve me.
Lesbians.
well, then they wouldn't be lesbians.
I know.
Steve.
So this
well,
is
they
why
might
we
be
don't-
lesbians.
That's why I'm not interested.
Okay.
Somebody needs a little more Scott Pilgrim in their life.
Oh, he's got the DVD.
That'd be
No,
mostly
but you
lesbian.
need to watch it, apparently.
I've watched it.
You need to watch it more.
All right. So the Swordness of Steve, Dance Central 2 coming out. So I know you like to get down with your bad self.
We have to like tape him up like in Rocky. So you can go run the stairs and
Gotta cut me, Mick. Yeah, cut me. So I can dance to this Lady Gaga song.
You gotta get out there, Rocky.
He's killing ya.
So Steve, gonna take a bite of the crime.
McGruff wasn't in Rocky.
You don't know that. It's in the director's cut.
Oh, okay. It's in the Criterion edition.
Yeah.
Was that was that Rocky 3 when he fought the giant Soviet out in the
that was
forest?
that was Rocky 4, and that was
4?
Superman. No, wait.
What?
No, that was He-Man. You got to get it right.
Oh, okay. So
There's
Steve,
been too damn many Rockies.
so Dance Central 2, I'm sure you'll pick it up at some point when it's cheap and you aren't sore.
I don't know. I haven't played the first one in a pretty long time now. So, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, okay. So the new Nintendo system, Wii U.
Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
So
Compound.
it's got a specialized controller and it's white, and will probably print money.
Hey, that's racist.
It's not backward compatible with the GameCube, and it scraps friend codes for users' names and a friends list. Oh, and I'm sure there's a Super Smash Brothers coming.
Take my
out
money
too.
now.
Or some sort of Mario thing.
Which I don't know if any of you actually saw like some of the video of the Wii U. I watched it and I'm like, what?
So are they getting rid of the whole motion thing completely?
No,
No. This is like a go-between. In fact, the other controllers will bounce off of it to the home base. Apparently.
Well, there's the console itself that's hooked into the television, but then there's the actual controller that has the accelerometer and all the things that the Wii Mote had.
But they said that
it's
there
got
was
the screen in it.
bigger.
From what I read, there was 4 plugins on it itself for 4 controllers, though. Because the other controllers are supposed to be able to go off of it. Well, think of it. It becomes a base unit when you flip the TV. From the demo I saw, some kid was playing on it, and guy comes in and says, "Hey, baseball's on." He turns baseball on and then picks up the controller and just starts playing the game on it.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to. I don't know if they meant there's supposed to be 4 of these or 4 controllers are supposed to go off of it. It sounded rather strange to me, but it kind of makes sense in a way that I don't know. Maybe the way I'm looking at it.
I didn't hear anything about that.
I can't see buying 4 of those things for your system. That's kind of, I take that back. That'd be kind of smart to have 4 of those individually that you could all watch on. You could play things like Pac-Man Versus on there.
Well, I'm sure that's the idea. And I mean, I can see where individual screens make sense in because they're all touch screens.
Yeah.
So I can imagine in a sports game when you're trying to, pick what play you want, you can go, oh, okay, so no one else can see it.
There's got to be.
Here's my algebra homework. I don't want anyone to see it.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, it makes more sense. It's its own controller, but you've got to be able to use your Wii controllers as well. They've got to be recognizable just as well as this is.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see.
I can't see them getting rid of those controllers.
They did say that the Wii controllers would be backwards compatible to the Wii.
Yeah, I can't see them forcing you to use this all by itself. That would be stupid.
But I don't see how that controller is going to be used. Or at least not yet.
What do you mean how it's going to be
used?
used?
Well, the Wii U, I mean, the application, I mean, I can see they had ideas and concepts.
Did you go to the NCS's website and look at the promo video on there?
Yeah, I saw
that. That explains pretty much everything.
Yeah, but that's just like a tech demo. It doesn't, I can't visualize it until I actually have it in my hand and go, oh, well, this is where it makes sense. It's like the DS for me. It's like, okay, I can't see how
the 3DS didn't make a lot of sense to me until I saw that in person. But watching the video for the Wii U, it made total sense to me. I could see all the things they were trying to do with it. And I really hope that they work out.
And do with it, but
well, they said I think they said that 80% of the stuff is working right now. So I don't know what other 20% was not functional that we saw in the demo.
They were running PS3 and Xbox 360 feeds for the game footage for the Wii U, which is common practice for E3. So take that with a grain of salt. Roger, I know you don't have any interest in Nintendo hardware at all.
Well, I only have a budget for one console. And so Nintendo's just not going to do it.
They're never going to have all the big titles that you get on everything else. But at least they're bumping this up to 1080p finally. So they're joining them mostly.
But when you have enough money for one system, you're going to be happy with that 3DO and you're going to be playing Gex for a while.
Why do you have to say things like that, Murdock?
That just doesn't, no.
I could have said was it Total Eclipse? Burn Cycle? Help me out here.
Yeah, Total Eclipse was on 3DO.
Well, Total Eclipse was on every system eventually. They tried really hard to make some money off of that game.
So,
love
when you're
Gex.
done playing Iron Man of the Apocalypse, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And after you beat
You're talking to the wrong person.
Plumbers don't wear ties.
Military Madness.
Oh, jeez.
What was the one that, what's her name from Babylon 5 was in?
What, was it Yasmin Bleeth?
No.
That was Project Snowjob.
No, yeah. That was the one that had her in it.
Or
She
you
was the one
talking
that
about the
did
data
Playboy
listing
spread.
counter with Tia Carrere?
No, it's the one from Babylon 5. She was the... After he
you're
left,
talking
she'd
like
taken over. Claudia
Christian?
Yeah, she had done one on the 3DO as well.
was it Mad Dog McCree?
No. I think it was Project Snow
I don't
Job.
remember.
Because it was like a detective thing where she aided you along the way. And
Night Trap?
No, that was
No, I would
Dana
have bought
Plato.
that game if it was her.
Oh. So, no love for Wii U. Steve, I kind of can probably guess what your opinion is on this. Meh?
Meh.
Okay. So, Microsoft, we hope you like Kinect. So, Mass Effect 3, Forza 4, and are getting Kinect support along with other IPs.
It's going to be interesting to see how that works with Forza 4. I hope the controls are for the steering wheel.
No, you're just gonna. You're gonna be like the wheels on the bus go round and round.
I'm wondering which side is going to get the shaft on this. Whether the controller side is going to get it or the Kinect side is going to get it. Because I just don't see it working, especially with something like Mass Effect 4.
Yeah, well, you know what I think it's going to be? I think it's just going to work in limited time, limited pieces of the game. There's going to be probably some things you do in there, and that's what you switch to.
That I can understand, but...
Did you watch the E3 video of the guys doing Mass Effect 3 through the Kinect?
No, I didn't watch.
You need to watch that.
Because the only thing I think I saw with some people playing around with Kinect other than the voice command was...
there was that football game.
There was like Fruit Ninja and the Star Wars game.
The football game on the Kinect actually looked kind of fun because one guy was sitting there going back with the football and the other guy's running after him.
Was it like a Call of Duty or like Modern Warfare 3 that was using Kinect and they're like
squad tactics with hand signals and
well, not only that, but there was like weapon customization and the guy was like change for ranged combat, and you would see the gun explode and then recombine into like a ranged combat.
They did a lot of that.
That's getting all like Minority Report and shit.
Well, it's a little different if you're talking like voice commands and things like that.
Yeah.
As opposed to doing it with. You're
going to have. Now you have to think a little bit outside the box here, where you can do both. Yeah, you can mess around with your controller, and you can do hand motions without having to stand up and do the whole game as one or the other.
Yeah, you're going to get worn out playing a game like that all the way through doing everything physically. That's going to be ridiculous.
Gears of War doing that way. You're going to have to be crouching behind the couch all the time.
No, you're just going to be
That would be a riot.
The voice command for Gears of War would suck because you'd be saying fucking Dom all the time.
Fucking Dom.
It's like Carmine, you asshole.
Of course, then Dom would stand up and get his ass shot.
Yeah. He'd be like, fucking Dom, what? Dunk.
Revive me.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. The Microsoft's throwing a lot at this because now they've announced that all their first-party games are going to use the Kinect. And they're putting a lot behind it.
And they had like this weird Kinect thing where you could like place an object in front of the Kinect camera and it would build like a 3D model of it or something like that.
It was only a matter of time before they tried to do something like that. It's going to become
Tron. Because they were talking about that from the beginning. I still remember the whole thing with the skateboard, and the kid holds up his skateboard and it's like scan or something like that, and it scans it. Puts the skateboard in the game.
It's just Blade Runner, just enhance.
Yeah, you see you Blade Runner.
Yep. You have to do it in the Emmett Walsh voice.
No.
You got to do like foreskin jars for industries.
We're going to get to the point where in another year it's just going to scan us and suck us in, and we're going to be riding light cycles.
But when I play video games, I don't want to.
That would be cool.
No, it wouldn't, because when I play video games, I don't want to play myself. I play to get away from real life because real life sucks.
That whole thing never turns out well for people. So
I don't want to see me playing a game.
Nobody likes the MCP.
I don't want to be Samus. Well, no, I don't want to.
Moving on.
Oh, he wants it.
So, Sony, we got nothing. Well, no.
We are so sorry. We are so sorry. We are so sorry.
Yeah,
we are so sorry. Don't buy our stuff.
Yeah, that's. I didn't.
No, it's just so sorry.
Did you notice that all the free games that Sony was giving out were like prequels of sequels that are coming out in like the next couple months?
Well, do they have anything else?
No.
I was okay with getting Little Big Planet on the PSP. I wanted to pick it up. I just never did, so I'll take it for free.
Free is always good. So Uncharted 3 and that Sony 3D television. Did you guys see that?
I didn't see it.
Okay, so basically it's just a singular television, but two people can wear the same 3D glasses, look at the television from different angles, and they both see different images.
Yeah, but they're 2D
Interesting.
images, right?
So
They're
it's
not
No, 3D images. What I
so
heard.
they must have filmed it or set it up with a 2-camera
I don't know.
system.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Going kind of like what
I can
James
see
Cameron
what
did
it
with
would-
Avatar.
Well, I can see how it would make sense if they were 2D images, because the way those glasses work is that it's
I think
polarization,
it's two
right?
3D.
And so if you have one 3D image done by polarization, and you have two people with different glasses, they'll see two different images. I can see how that would work.
You know, it'd be cheaper just to get 2 televisions at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Sony televisions aren't exactly cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so Resistance 3, Infamous 2, and some 2D games that I was
It's like
going to mention.
anything else.
but
You give
it's
it a
like
year
Evil or
after it's
something.
out, everybody's going to be flooding the market with 3D TVs, and they're going to work with everything.
3D
It's just a
is
matter of
just-
time. It's
And
the
I
new
won't
thing, and
care.
it's not going away. It's just going to be a new added thing. On
Yeah,
your-
eventually,
yeah,
eventually
but
it won't be. There
It's
won't
the
be any
new
TVs that
HDMI.
don't. Yeah, there eventually won't be any TVs that aren't 3D capable.
Well,
Yeah.
televisions
Well, as long as,
technically are
as long as I
3D
can
anyway.
turn the damn thing off.
The
That's
question
all
is
that I
what you're
ask.
using on the 3D itself. Is it true 3D, or has it been upgraded to become 3D? Because
Yeah.
that's when things don't look so good and they look useless,
'cause-
like Tron 3D. Or you have no purpose for seeing it in 3D. It just served no function whatsoever.
Yeah, we're going to end up with like CSI in 3D. It's like, oh,
I can see
fuck.
some huge and cool stuff like...
Porn.
No, like the BBC. Yeah, porn would be interesting, but the BBC stuff, Blue Planet, and the one they do with the ocean, that would be really cool
Top Gear?
in 3D. Top Gear would be hilarious.
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who in 3D. Well, no, wait a minute.
Well, there's a lot of stuff I don't
Pond.
care about.
That would be highly,
just seeing, like,
highly
real-
Doctor Who and things I just don't care about.
But seeing real stuff
Sherlock
in
Holmes?
real life looks just.
Why would
you
I
know,
want to see that? What possible benefit would Sherlock Holmes be in 3D? Says the guy who was just like 10 seconds ago is saying he wants to be able to turn the 3D off.
Well, it's because I can't. I
Well,
can't
then why
see.
do you care about
But
it?
then I want to turn it back
3D?
on. You didn't let him finish. Oh boy.
because you could see the clues in 3D.
Maybe they'll make it kind of
He's just-
glasses that you
he's
could
just
use
mad.
to actually see the 3D.
I'm gonna have to wait for a plug-in. Is what
He's-
I'm gonna have to wait for.
He's just mad that he'd have
All
to
right,
get
Johnny
a
Mnemonic.
he'd have to get a new hobby.
I'd have to.
He'd need a new hobby, is what.
Can we just talk about 3D porn for a few minutes?
No,
Oh.
Oh man.
Like I
Come
said,
on.
duck.
no.
Yeah.
It's no good if it's not virtual.
I want to see the Shame Cave in 3D.
The Shame Cave.
The shame cave.
Is that a David Lynch movie?
And here we are traveling inside.
It's done by Total Eclipse Movies.
Is that a ride from Disneyland? The Shame Cave?
Yeah. It's
No,
right
it's a
next to
ride in my
Mr. Toad's
bedroom.
Wild Ride.
That's Mr. Dew's Wild Ride.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Mr. Dew. Was that the Mountain Dew takeoff of it?
No,
No.
there was an arcade game called Mr. Dew's
Oh,
Wild
you're
Ride.
talking
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know about Mr. Dew, but I didn't know about the.
Yeah, it's a fucking
I knew the
hard
Magic
game.
Castle. I didn't know about Wild Ride.
It's really freaking hard. So
Sounds like the Wild Chipmunk down at Lakeside Mall.
don't ride the wild chipmunk. It's not safe. Sorry, I had to throw that in.
No, you didn't.
Scare that shit right out of you.
Moving along.
A sequel to a successful franchise, RPGs, Final Fantasy 13-2, and Dark Souls, which is supposed to be really, really freaking hard.
Yeah. fuck
what's
Final
Dark
Fantasy.
Souls?
I'm so tired of
Dark
it.
Souls is a sequel to Demon Souls for
Fallout
the
3.
for the PS3. It's basically a RPG where you pick here's Muscly McGee and you go through and kill everything, but the game is like insanely difficult.
Oh, okay.
So why I
it's a
haven't picked it-
PS3 game?
Yeah.
That's okay. Whatever.
But I'm sure you have interest in Final Fantasy 13 too. You do like the JRPGs, right? Right, Raj? Keep in mind you run an
no.
anime store and you're trying to make your customers happy. So say you like
I
it.
will make them happy by selling them the stuff that they want.
Oh, okay.
They'll sell all the cool stuff like pillowcases.
Again with the pillowcases.
Be sure to ask your friendly dealer about spot cleaning.
You really should sell like
carry that
some
too.
spot cleaner You really should.
No, it was some really
Wash and
interesting
go.
because I was at a dinner with a bunch of other
Those little
anime vendors, and they're like,
Tide magic
Tide
pens.
pens. Yeah.
you had all these guys would be coming up asking, well, how do you get like spot stains out of the pillows?
You wash it.
You
Well,
really-
they don't want to, they don't want to even get any
Use your
sort
word,
of
Servo.
fading in the image or whatever.
So pro tip: don't shake their hand.
Generally, yeah.
Too late.
Yeah.
Actually, Roger, you really should consider just carrying that stuff.
Well, we need to carry more of those pillows. Is the problem?
Well, no, the actual spot remover.
Well, I understand that, but it'd be good if we carried the pillows with it.
You could just get a little side of Tide pens and
we could
on the go.
That might be an interest.
That would sell
that'd
the
be
con
damn
just for
funny.
They'd sell the con just for general cleaning.
Well, actually, that's not a bad idea because some cosplayer.
Theo Taco could use them on themselves.
And you could even have one hanging for free, just like right at your booth, and people could come up and use it. Oh, thank God!
Yeah.
It's not going to stain. Yay!
Cost them a nickel. There you go. Extra income.
Can I knock it down to 4 cents?
I blew my money up, Pocky.
I'll pay you a nickel to move to the next topic.
Keep the change, you filthy
A
animal.
nickel.
Yep.
You're supposed to say shh.
No. Because I want you to move to the next fucking topic.
All right. So
You
a sequel
blew
to a successful franchise for fighting games.
Sequel to a Sexel?
Successful. So Street Fighter X Tekken, which looks freaking awesome. Street Fighter 3, Third Strike Impact, Alpha, Mega Hyper Edition meets
Roger.
Magic Service. Soul
Harrier.
Calibur 5, which... Does anyone have an interest in that, Raj?
Yeah, maybe. I haven't played the last few, so I mean, really not since the Dreamcast. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. I played
it
3.
just hasn't been on the high on the list.
kind of lost its luster, I think. There's so many other games out there doing the same thing. It just isn't
And
really...
Tekken Hybrid and KOF.
I don't know about
13.
Tekken Hybrid. I haven't really
Well,
heard
all
about
it is
that.
is just it's an updated version of Tekken Tag Tournament with a CG Tekken movie on Blu-ray. It's
So
either
you're gonna
the
do what
same
Street
disc
Fighter
or
4
different.
did and just put out some crappy movie.
Oh, it's supposed to be like all full CG, like Final Fantasy Spirits Within, but the story might be better.
Yeah. I'll rent it.
Well, it comes with the game. So, if you happen to sell your Tekken Tag Tournament from the PS2, now's your chance to get it back for some reason.
I don't know what all this backward shit is. Why
Are
are
you
they
gonna
putting
pick
out
up? Are you
old
gonna
stuff?
pick up Street Fighter versus Tekken? Because that thing looks pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, I'll definitely pick that up. That looks like fun.
The question is, are you going to pick up the Tekken versus Street Fighter?
Probably won't buy both.
Well, the
There'd
Tekken,
have to be some real good reason to do so.
yeah, because you don't like the Tekken fighting system.
No, Tekken's okay. I thought it was okay. I just think they got really cheesy in 3, 4. It
5 and 6.
Yeah, it got stupid after a while, and I got tired of it. And then they got really dumb with 6. 6 was just a waste of programming. That extra individual campaign mode thing was just stupid.
Well, you don't play it for the campaign anyway.
I'm just saying they're reaching too far, and they're getting away from their roots, and I think it's just ruining the game. So I don't think that I've played one since I bought 6 for $10, but before that I hadn't played one since 3.
Nah.
It just didn't fill a need. They don't really innovate the game at all. Nobody does that anymore. At least Street Fighter is pushing to do new things, and they're changing graphics, and they're trying to mix it up. But very few fighting games are doing anything new.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of interested in the Konami game. The was it Demon Hearts or Devil Heart? Something about it's a girl fighting game that they showed with
Arcana Heart.
No, it's well, maybe that's the. No, I don't think that's the one. I think it's this is a totally new one from Konami. It was like or Bells. Maybe it's Demon Bells. I saw the demo for it. They showed it, and there was actually these girls. It was a real animated type thing with the girls fighting, and they said something about every 144 years or something. A girl gets to make a wish, but they have to fight in the tournament to get to
Okay,
the
well,
wish.
cool story, bro. Okay, next.
I can't remember what it was, but the animation looked pretty cool for it, so I like to see that. That actually looked like something new and unique.
It's Love Plus. It's Tokimeki Memorial Fighting.
Well, actually, it almost sounds like Magica Madoka because of the wish thing. But you know.
Oh, you like that idea, huh?
Yeah, Tokimeki Memorial, the fighter, would actually be pretty funny.
Well, it's called Mugen, but anyway.
So
No, because on Mugen they make it suck.
Well, it depends.
It depends on somebody who has skills carrying.
Yeah.
That's exceedingly rare.
Yeah.
And well, this is Konami. They're not exactly known for fighting games.
No, that's also true.
They did Castlevania Judgment, so
No.
take that for what you will.
At least
Well-
they're trying new stuff.
Yes, they didn't
Yeah,
do War Gods.
Oh, Jesus. What a piece of crap that was.
Yeah,
We played that in the arcade at E3 in 96.
yeah.
What a waste of my fucking time that was. That's 10 minutes I want back.
That was an arcade stand up that took up a lot of space that could have been making money in my arcade.
Yeah, I agree. That was a waste of cabinet space.
So, a sequel to a successful franchise for other games. We have, we mentioned Silent Hill Downpour, Ridge Racer Unbounded, which I guess is like some sort of racing BDSM type thing. Need for Speed The Run, which is actually, seriously, it's a race from New York to Los Angeles.
Yeah,
so
it's definitely
Need for
Cannonball.
Speed, the Cannonball Run.
So
Everybody was thinking the same thing.
You get Jackie Chan as one of
Yeah, while
yours.
he's watching behind the green door
Yeah,
and
as
like
Jaws
crashes
is-
into a billboard.
As Jaws is driving.
And Jackie Gleason as was it the corrupt cop? Was it Jackie Gleason that was in that?
I don't think so. I think you're thinking Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh,
No,
I
you-
get all those movies confused for some reason.
And then you can get Roger Moore playing himself, but you know.
I like the girls in the Lamborghini myself, but
Those
who
were
doesn't?
those were not good movies.
No, they were fine.
I'm actually looking forward to Ace Combat 3D. I saw that in motion. That looked like a lot of fun. I really like the helicopter
Oh
mode.
man, that's gonna make you motion sick.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Might make Emily motion sick.
Me going like this. That really works really well.
Podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Roger,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. He's
All
waving
right.
hands, but yeah.
Waving,
Okay.
just waving my hands makes her get motion sick. So hey,
so care or don't care, which is our weekly feature.
You missed a couple there.
I did. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden 3. I figured you didn't care about those.
Well,
Ninja
but I don't
Gaiden
care.
would be
I didn't care
cool.
about any of them. So these jokers might actually care.
Well, I know you might care about Ninja Gaiden 3.
If
Maybe.
it's old school hard, it'll probably be fun.
And
I never played Ninja Gaiden, so.
not even on the E NES?
Where's my sequel to?
If you're talking the original arcade, yes, but that's
Where's my
different.
sequel to Legend of Cage?
Kage, and it is
Kage.
out. It came out on the Nintendo DS about 2 years ago.
Oh,
It's actually kind of fun.
If you had a Nintendo DS, you would know this.
don't
But you
remind me.
refused to buy one.
Oh, I bought one.
Oh, by the way, did we mention the DS Lite is now 99 cents?
Yeah.
You know, money can be exchanged for goods, services, and peanuts.
Well,
Peanuts. Oh, explain how.
So is there I have a care or don't care, which basically is like, okay, is there anything that you really cared or didn't care from E3, since this is the majority of our news? You know, like Assassin's Creed Revelations, Arkham City,
Yay!
Tomb Raider.
Yay!
You really
Healer.
that Tomb Raider
Healer.
was actually kind of
That looked good.
It looked kind of dark.
Interesting.
I was kind of excited about
It
it.
seems more like almost survival horror.
Well, and this is the prequel
well,
too.
Tomb
isn't
Raider's
it?
kind of
Kinda how she
survival
became-
horror anyway.
No, it's more like puzzles.
Kind of,
there's
sort of.
puzzles and
Yeah.
survival horror.
I mean,
Not
survival
mutually
horror
exclusive.
Yeah,
with
but
quick time events.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's really survival horror, honestly. Tomb
Well,
Raider
this
never
one
struck me
seemed-
that
I
way.
don't know. Being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex is pretty horrible.
Or like from the first Tomb Raider where you were running away from those smiley creatures.
Yeah.
So, Tomb Raider looked really good. I was thinking I might buy that if the controls don't suck. So,
And Arkham City. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
wow.
I can't wait to play as Catwoman.
actually they announced, what was it, Best Buy, I think, if you buy it
yeah,
from
they get
them.
an exclusive,
Yeah, Robin as a playable character.
but he's not throughout the entire game. He's mostly going to be just in select modes of the game
Oh.
because they have different modes that you can
Well,
play.
it's going to be
in.
the same thing with Catwoman too. You're only
Well,
going to
no,
get
no.
like maybe 10% of the game. It's gonna
Well,
be
yeah,
Catwoman.
that may be the same with her, but she's actually playable in game. I think what they're going to do with Robin is she's going to be kind of like the Joker levels were, where they were the added bonus level for the game if you bought it on the PS3. I think it was.
Oh.
So nothing super, but it's just a bonus item. So
Prey 2.
It looks like a rent. At least they're trying something different.
yeah,
with
it didn't look bad. It just didn't look.
Didn't look great. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't I rented it and played the first game, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't.
I think the bad
they
thing
could have
about it
done
is
more stuff.
It came
with
out at the same time a lot of other FPSs were coming out, and I don't think it was.
Elder Scrolls 5 Rim Job. Skyrim.
Yeah. That looks actually pretty cool.
I don't know.
It'll depend on how well they do the plot.
I was so disappointed with Oblivion that I mean, granted, that's gonna be one of those that I'll rent.
Oh, Oblivion
anyway.
was an exception anyway. Oblivion was like a weird sort of game where they focused on a lot of stuff other than making the plot and the world really immersive. So
I like the
had a lot of-
Kinect part of Skyrim. I think that was pretty cool.
Speaking of RPGs, Minecraft on Kinect. I'm like,
that actually looked kind of fun.
I'm like, wait, what?
repetitive stress injury, I guarantee it in a day.
Yeah, I know. It's the new Nintendo for that. You can have people just tearing tendons and getting tennis
Sounds like
elbow.
a horrible idea.
So let's see what else we have here. Hitman Absolution, which I don't know if anyone has any interest in Hitman's. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, or Battlefield 3. Anyone?
Oh, Battlefield 3's bought. Nope. I'm very excited about that.
So, like, you know what I thought was kind of interesting that kind of got glossed over, and it kind of made me confused as to why the NGE is getting a BioShock.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't understand why that how that decision happened.
BioShock Infinite. You should care, right? You still don't care about BioShock Infinite?
No, they're gonna have to really sell me on that one. There's no Rapture.
That looks really
Well,
weird.
Rapture's kind of not
I'm
around
interested
anymore.
as long as I can use the controls.
Rapture's around. There's nobody in it now.
It was wrapped.
Yeah, well, yeah. Do you want to do everything underwater level? It's like, oh, I have to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
So you want to do that again?
Yeah.
You didn't mention
wanna go
anything
for
in
the
your,
third time.
You didn't mention anything about Fable 3 either.
Oh, yeah. It's like some sort of what was it, like a first-person shooter on rails? What's going on with Fable 3?
I don't know. It looked kind of interesting.
I don't know. I just haven't been
it sounded
interested in any
sounded
of the
pretty
other
good
Fables.
coming from Molyneux with
I
that
haven't
French
been in the
accent.
first
It
two,
sounded
but the
really,
third one looked
really
kind of
good,
interesting.
but French accent. So
Wait, what Fable are we on now? That's already been released.
Fable 5, 3, 10.
I thought Fable 3 was the newest one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's the one they
three's
were showing
new-
at E3, yeah.
Well, no, three's the newest
three's
one.
the
Was
one
it
that's
like
out now.
Fable 3 Connect?
No, it's going to
meets-
be the next one's like Fable Legend or something like that.
Because 2
So
was
were
the
they
first
just
one that
showing
came
a
out.
possible Kinect add-on then at
Well-
E3 for 3? Because they were announcing 3 and saying this is what you can do with it. And
So wait, this is
I don't know.
Fable
Because-
based off the Ron Howard movie.
Because the first Fable was on the Xbox, right?
Yeah.
And then the second Fable 2 came out early on the 360.
Yeah.
Because I played it on the 360, and then there was the one that came out last year that must have been
that
Fable
was
3.
Three.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
I
don't
don't
I
know
want
what
to say
they're
it's,
showing
it's
now.
called like Fable Legend, if I remember right. Of course, we don't do any research here, so
Nope, no research here at the Diehard Gamer Radio
So
Labs.
Steve, you seem kind of disenfranchised with everything. I mean, you
Yeah, there's
care
not a
for
lot of
anything?
stuff
This
that's
is
really
Steve. Have
staying
you
in.
met him?
Not a lot of stuff that's really
I mean,
jumping out at me here.
I don't know.
I guess if they made some sort of cheese making game on the Kinect, I guess.
That resulted in them delivering you
they
finished
could do
cheese in the mail.
Nintendo could do
perhaps.
one of those Mama games with cheese. Mama, the cheese curd maker.
It just
Cheesy
made me-
Mama.
It just made me hungry. Is the problem.
We kind of defeat the purpose of Kinect.
Because I mean, Assassin's Creed Revelations.
That's
I mean,
bought.
you're going to get and then
Yeah.
Arkham City.
Yeah,
That's
that's definitely bought. That's already. I pre-ordered that actually a year ago in October.
Isn't Revelations coming out this year?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're saying by the end of the year. I think it was like November or something.
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
there's
just
a lot
in
of
time
good
for
games.
Christmas.
Well, I'm sure, but towards the end of the summer, beginning of the fall, there'll be a lot of games that are going to be real cheap used or on Amazon, and then I might be interested in them. Ones that came out last year.
Oh, like what? Doom 2?
I don't know. Yeah, well, I want to be
Duke
able to use
Nukem.
the double-barreled shotgun. Remember how that was like the big marketing thing for Doom 2 was that double-barreled shotgun. Everything else was exactly the same, but you had a double-barreled shotgun.
So, Raj, Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah.
Still interested in it?
Well, I'm still interested in it. I'm not going to be able to pick it up, first day, but maybe
Because I read some of the reviews and I'm kind of like,
It's a fun thing. That's the deal. It's not going to have the greatest graphics or anything like that. It never did. I mean, when the first Duke Nukem came out, or first Duke Nukem 3D came out,
I was about to say,
everybody was already moving over to.
Well, not quite.
3D.
There was the Unreal Engine didn't come on until they started working on Duke Nukem Forever, like 2 years later. It was actually Duke Nukem 3D was actually fairly interactive for the time, especially compared to the other competitors.
Oh,
That Wolfenstein,
But it
with
was-
the Unreal Engine was really pretty too.
Yeah, that was later too, though.
But I mean, that was something that was some of the reviewers were talking about
Quake
when
2 engine was later.
when they got to play. They were talking about the fact that it felt a little last generation, but on the other hand, I found myself saying my own Duke lines when I'm playing it. I was really getting into it. And I was having a lot of fun, and that's what I'm looking for. Is just.
Yeah, hopefully it provides that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Brian, did you see Rage, the new id game?
Oh yeah, it's been postponed.
It still
too.
exists.
Yeah, well,
I just saw the tweet on the feed today, and they said, "Yeah, it's been postponed." Does it make you mad?
oh, jeez. Well, John Carmack programs everything in Notepad. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we'll see. It looked good, but we'll see.
Well,
All
there was
right.
that, and there was the game. What was it? Dust 5.
That looks really interesting. I want to see how that's going to work. It's 514.
514.
I want to see how that.
Well, but I have no PS3, so that's the only thing that's making
Well,
me
no.
go.
That's
"Bleh."
not just it though. But I mean, it's also the PC side. I mean, we used to play Eve online, so we played the ship side. But I want to know: can you go in and just play the mercenary side and work in conjunction with them and
That's
just
apparently
go on and
what you can
say,
do.
yeah, I want to just buy this or I want to take this contract or this contract and go with my tribes group and go take over a planet. Because
That's
that's
from my
what got me
understanding.
interested. Is the fact it looks like a modern tribes. That's going to work awesome on a console versus.
Wasn't there supposed to be like a Tribes 3 at some point?
There was a Tribes 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tribes
Yeah.
4?
There was a
Well-
new tribes in the work, but yeah, I haven't heard anything about it in a while.
There was a Tribes 3 a long time ago,
Yeah.
like in 2002 or
Yeah,
something
it's
like that.
pretty old because
been
I
gone
bought it back
for a
in
while.
2004 from some dude in Canada and played it for about a year. That was a fun game too. Tribes was awesome because of the size of the battlefield. I mean, it literally had a mile across.
Yeah,
and
but
you
you
could
could
get
only-
32 guys on a ship and just go hop into an enemy area and just all jump out.
But by the time of Tribes 3, there weren't that many people playing the game anymore. Was the
It
problem?
lost a lot of people. Yeah, it was hard because a lot of the clans disappeared.
The publisher really fucked up with that, and there's a lot of non-game related reasons why that didn't happen. The thing that I wonder about Dust is how they're gonna is taking a planet a series of campaigns that you have to achieve over time, because Eve doesn't let you get anything easy.
Yeah.
So how are they?
I'm
gonna
hoping
do that?
Dust is a more successful mag because mag it was a cool idea. It just didn't seem like it was implemented correctly.
I kind of disappeared off the face of the earth, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, do we have anything else we want to share before we wrap this thing up? I cannot speak today. English is my second language.
Well, go
Please
native.
visit GimmeAnime.com and buy lots of stuff.
You want to try that again?
GimmeAnime.com.
Yes.
Thank you.
www.gimmeanime.com.
Now's when you can actually plug the comic.
Oh, okay. So visit Steve and I's webcomic. It's www.shaolinmonkeyporncomic.edu.
No.
They don't pay for it.
.ru.
.ru. Please make sure you have a virus scanner on your computer.
What's the one for Iceland?
.ice.
I don't remember what
What does the
Iceland is.
CCP use?
Reykjavik.
Reykjavik.
I can't remember what the one for Iceland is.
Yeah, I can't either.
The only one I ever remember any other one is CX, for their Christmas Islands.
Oh, wow. I hadn't heard that one, actually.
No, it's actually www.zingcomic.com.
Well, the Z.
We hired a bunch of Bangalore workers to work on a webcomic for us.
No, pretty much.
So
Towel Rod and his monkeys.
it's not Towel Rod. How would you even
It'd be
write?
better if it was.
We could draw that.
No.
No one knows what he looks like.
Yeah,
We
I
could
know.
draw an actual towel rod.
Yeah.
Try to survive.
Survive as long as you can.
It's a towel rod in a river, and it's a joke that everyone
That could be a comic.
Yeah.
That could be a comet because it's just a towel rod that's lodged in a river.
Yeah, we can call it Garzy's Wing.
Yeah.
And no one will get it.
The sequel, the untold story.
And it'll get downvoted on Reddit very quickly.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for listening to Diehard Gamer Radio, your source
other
for
things.
a lot of... What?
For obscure anime references.
Yes. It's not that
3D
obscure.
Garzy's-
We've watched it.
Yeah, we watched it, and we're the only people that have ever watched it. How many times did that movie actually get checked out in the whole span that you had it available for checking out?
The
4 or 5 times, but the thing was, it interest in renting it spiked after every time that we showed it. Wow.
Oh, jeez.
People wanted to make their own.
What is that?
Thank you for listening to Diehard Gamer Radio. You can visit our website at diehardgamerradio.com and iTunes, or you can email us at diehardgamerradio@gmail.com.